Episode 27, Snoopy Knowing. We talking about men purposely creating broken homes. This week, a lot of conversation popped off after Cam Newton and Nick Cannon sat down on the platform talking about the way they living, the children that they done had, the multiple women that they had children with. And it was brought to their attention that they creating broken homes. You creating broken homes because you got 8 kids by 3 different women like Cam Newton. Nick Cannon got like 12 of them by however many different women. So they sat down with a therapist and she was digging into them and trying to make them understand what they was doing. From their aspect, this is how they want to live. They're not ready to be married, but they want kids. And they could afford to have kids. They could afford to take care of their kids financially. That's where they was at with it. So that's what we talking about tonight. Are they purposely creating broken homes? We already got some chats popping off. Houston kids say, I doubt many men are going into a situation thinking, I'm a chick pregnant on purpose. I guess he's saying I'm going to get a chick pregnant on purpose that he don't want to deal with. Shit just happens and you got to roll from there. I disagree. I'm going to tell y'all why I disagree in a second. Houston kids say the few don't represent the many. So let me tell y'all why I disagree with what Houston Kid just said. I'm going to read it again, and let me pin this right quick. This is going to be the comment of the night so far. I doubt many men are going into a situation thinking I'm going to get a chick pregnant. Right? Then he said, thinking I'm going to get a chick pregnant on purpose that they don't want to deal with. Shit just happened and you got to rule from there. I disagree 1,000%. 1,000%. Because, yeah, you know, you could, every time you stick your dick in a woman, you know you could be getting her pregnant. That's number one, as an adult. Now, I ain't talking about what we was doing when we was kids, teenagers, 19, 20, 22, 23 years old, and we didn't know what the fuck we was doing, 17 years old. Yeah, for that, I agree with that comment. But as grown men, grown women, we know is a potential. Might not be a high potential, but it's a chance. So you're telling me it's a chance. It's a chance that you could get somebody pregnant and that as a woman that you could get pregnant. I don't believe in shit just happen. Shit don't just happen. You can't just walk by a chick and she get pregnant. She don't just roll out of bed and she get pregnant. Nigga, you had to put in some step-by-step process to get somebody pregnant. So I don't agree with shit just happening. You got to roll with it. As an adult. I ain't talking about young teens. I ain't talking about adolescents. I'm talking about grown men. King Bill say shit definitely don't just happen, right? He was a kid say potential don't mean you doing it on purpose. It ain't your intent. I disagree again. He said potential don't mean you doing it on purpose. It ain't your intent. If you doing something and you full know the potential of it, you're purposely doing it. You know the intent. You're purposely doing it. Did you think you rolling the dice? Now you want to say you gambling? When you gamble, you know you could potentially win and you could potentially lose. You know that. That's on purpose. So when you gamble and you lose, you lost on purpose. You ain't want to lose. You ain't want to lose, but you lost on purpose because you knew the risk, you knew the chances, and you did it anyway. You knew. You lost on purpose. When you win on purpose. King Bill say doing it on purpose if you're not taking precautions to make it not happen. I agree. So I just said, you can't say it's not on purpose. Cause it's on purpose. You just hoping it don't. You doing something stupid, knowing that it could happen, and you hoping it don't happen. That's dumb. Not saying we all ain't done it. Not saying I ain't done it. I ain't sitting on a high horse or nothing. I'm just calling a spade a spade. You doing something stupid, knowing it can very well happen, but you hoping it don't happen. That's stupid. Especially when it involves bringing another life into the world. That's stupid. And men, we are stupid. We do stupid shit all the time. That being one of the main stupid things that we do all the time. So moving on. It is on purpose. But the problem not even that they doing it on purpose. The problem is in the Cam Newton and Nick Cannon situation, and probably a lot of other men's situations, excuse me, they don't think they creating a broken home. They don't think that's a broken home. We done became so normalized by having single parent households, having different daddies, having different mamas, being siblings and having different parents. We done normalized that, and it ain't normal. That's not a family dynamic. That's not a family dynamic. That's a broken family. It's literally broken. It's a broken family. You could call it blended. You could call it, some stepdaddy stepped in and, picked up the slack, whatever you want to call it. But it's a broken family at the end of the day. Houston Kids said, if you had some drinks and then go drive, don't mean you trying to hurt somebody behind the wheel. You know it's possible, but you ain't trying to hit nobody. It's just a good chance. I don't think you're not hearing what I'm saying, my boy. If you go drink and drive, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You not trying to hurt nobody. You are trying to, you literally, that's what somebody would tell you. If your partner, of your mom, of your wife, or your friend pull you out of cutting and say, nigga, you trying to hurt somebody. You trying to get somebody killed. That's what they gonna say. Because that's what you doing. Bad analogy. You trying to get somebody killed. If it's a possibility, you trying to do it. It ain't a possibility of just a random accident. It ain't a possibility of potentially running a stoplight. And if you run the stoplights, yeah, you meant to do what you did. We got to take responsibility, fellas. Houston Kid said you asked if you doing it on purpose. You ain't. You just running the risk and you might crap out. That's on purpose, my boy. I need somebody to chime in because he not hearing me. I need somebody else to chime in because he keep thinking that mean it's not on purpose. That is on purpose. You purposely doing it. You're not purposely getting that outcome, but you purposely doing it. You purposely potentially getting somebody pregnant. You're not purposely not potentially getting them pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't trying to not get them pregnant. Right? Are you trying to not get them pregnant? No, you trying to get them pregnant. You potentially trying to get them pregnant on purpose. But like I was saying, with the Cam Newton situation, the Nick Cannon situation, they don't agree that they creating a broken home. And all these other podcasters and other men that I've been seeing responding to that, the first thing that they all say is, if he taking care of his kids, I bet those kids don't want for nothing. And I don't know what to tell men. I'm embarrassed by a lot of these men. I'm embarrassed by a lot of these men because, when I was growing up, how I was growing up, I always thought men had the upper hand. Men were smarter. Men made better decisions. I saw women always making bad decisions, always having babies by multiple men. And I always thought, these women just make bad decisions. They not smart. But as I get older and older and older, because I'm an old nigga at this point, I realized niggas ain't smart either. Niggas ain't smart. It don't take much intelligence to understand if you having 8 babies by 3 different women that you creating a broken home. Money don't have nothing to do with it. Financial stability don't have nothing to do with whether you could have a broke couple living together with their kids and they gonna turn out better than them kids who living from mama house this week, daddy house next week. Because they still got a family structure. Family structure ain't got nothing to do with money. See, all they seeing is they make the money. They buy them clothes. They got the house. They got a vehicle. They got private school. They got that don't equal a household. That don't equal a family. That don't equal love. That don't equal love. There's no way you could be having all these children. They don't live together. The kids, I mean, they siblings. They don't live together. They don't sleep together. They don't go to school together. They don't have birthday parties together. What make you think that's a positive in that situation? How could that possibly be positive? You got siblings that don't spend time with each other, let alone the parents. Excuse me. You know how I got 2 daughters. I ain't the best off financially. I'm straight. But you know how often I correct my daughters on a daily basis? Minute to minute. I'm constantly correcting them. I'm constantly giving them a life lesson. I'm constantly telling them how to think, how they should move, why this is not acceptable. Explaining something they saw on TV, explaining something they heard. I'm doing this constantly, all day, every day, minute by minute. Money ain't got nothing to do with that. If you got 8 kids, they not living with you. They not all living with you. If you got 3 kids who not all living with you, you missing out on that time of guiding your child, teaching your child, loving your child. You know how often my babies ask me for hugs and kisses throughout the day? Just randomly. They could be in another room. I could be in a room watching TV. They gonna come in there. Daddy, I can get a hug. Daddy, give me a kiss. I love you. If you're not in a house with the children, they don't get that. They don't grow up getting that. They don't grow up feeling that. So you know what happened when they grow up? They missing that. And they can't give that to somebody. Now it's 2 sides of the coin. They might miss it and then they going to make sure they give it to their kids, or they going to miss it and not know how to give it to their kids. I can't understand how this is such a hard concept to get. Money don't change the dynamic of raising children, picking them up from school every day, dropping them off at school every day. They extracurricular activities that you there and a part of. If you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids by different girls, different women, you're not going to all these extracurricular events. You're not going to all these teacher conferences. You're not dropping all these kids off at school. You're not picking them all up. You missing out on everything that make a parent a parent. Money, you paying for their clothes and shoes and food. Yeah, that's part of it. They need that. But there's ways around that if you ain't got that. There's assistance for that if you don't have that. It ain't no assistance for raising your children. It ain't no assistance for pouring into your children. So to answer the question, are men purposely creating broken homes? The answer is yes. Yes, they purposely creating broken homes. And the real problem is they don't even see why it's a broken home. They don't take into account what that do to children. I see y'all going crazy in the comments on Instagram. I can't keep up. Houston Kids say it's parents who live with their kids that's missing all that too. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? They shouldn't be. But you're really missing it if you ain't there. At least if they there, they could correct it. They could fix it. If you ain't there, ain't no fixing that. Ain't nothing you could do about that. I don't understand. If you're a parent who live with the kids, it's parents who live with their kids that's missing all that too. Yeah, okay. They shouldn't be. But don't make it no more righter. Don't make it no more righter. But like I'm saying, everybody who I see comment on this around the internet, And y'all know how the internet is. All they talk about is the money, and the kids don't want for nothing. And if the man, that's how he want his life set up, he don't want to be married, that's a selfish man. And in my eyes, that ain't no man. See, in my eyes, a man is somebody who want to take on responsibility. Want to have the burden of responsibility. That's a man to me. To me. But what do I know? I don't know men, real men, who want to pass the burden alone. I don't know real men who don't want to lead, who don't want to be the last voice heard. So if you passing the buck, you passing your kids the responsibility, you not there in the house with your kids, that you passing along the buck to somebody else. That's creating a broken home. That's creating a broken child. How you think this child grew up? What you think this child feeling of their daddy is? Or their mama? Or the mama-daddy dynamic? Here's the kid say, you speaking for the few, not the many. You letting rich people who are the 1% speak the loudest. No, what you mean? This don't have nothing to, what you mean? You ain't got to be rich to take care of your kids. There's plenty of people, there's plenty of regular, normal people every day who have 3 baby mamas and 4 kids and be like, but I take care of my kids. I take care of my kids. They got the fresh Jordan as soon as they drop. I make sure all my baby mama taken care of. I give all of them money. What you mean? Ain't got nothing to do with rich people. This regular, normal, average living people who do this every day. We know plenty of them who think just because they take care or they pay child support or they get a baby mama money or they spend every other weekend with their child, they think that's okay. They think that's not a broken home. But they wrong. If you think that, anybody in this chat who think that, who see this, and if that's what you think, you wrong. What you think how you think this child feel for Christmas, for birthdays, for school events? They don't have a mama and daddy together to do this together with. What make y'all think that's not broken? It's 100% broken. How do you think that affect them when you think these kids who grew up with my brother got a different mama, my other brother got a different daddy, my sister got a different daddy. You think they grow up highly functionable in society? You think they grow up emotionally stable? You think they go through life without having that family trauma? If you think that, you gotta be insane. You gotta be insane if you think that. You got to be, if you got a little bit of intelligence, you know the importance of having a mom and dad in the house. You know the importance of mama discipline one way, daddy discipline another way. Mama thinks something okay that daddy think ain't okay. You need that dynamic. You need that yin and yang to balance you out as a person, to balance that child out as a person. Nikki with the dread said it could create issues with the siblings too. One may think the dad, they're more than another. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How come he always by dad? Daddy go get him every weekend. Daddy take him on trips. Daddy gave him, my dad ain't never gave me the same attention that he gave such and such. And there's no way around that. If you're in the same house and your child grow up and feel like that, it might be a way to combat that. It might be a way to figure that out. But if you ain't in the same house with the child, ain't in the same 4 houses with these children, there's no way to combat that. There's no way to fix your child feeling like you spend more time with this other child. There's no way to make that child feel like you love this other child more than you love them. You understand that? There's no way to make your child, remember, we talking about children. We ain't talking about adults who understand shit and can rationalize, and We talking about children. And all they see is, in a Cam Newton situation, which is other people's situation, it ain't just Cam Newton. He's saying he want to be married one day. He done had 8 children with, I think, 3 different women. But he's saying one day he want to get married and have a family with that woman. So one day he's going to get married to a woman. He going to have a child with that woman. He going to have a household with that woman where he going to be in that house every day, talking to that child, loving that child, correcting that child. And then what you think the other 8 children going to think about that? What you think they're going to think? Here's a kid says, as a person who has siblings that don't all share the same parents, yes, it is very possible for the kids to come out fine. Here's the kid, you way off the rails on this one, my boy. It's possible to win a lottery too. Possible to win a lottery, my nigga. What's the most likely outcome, though? What's the most likely outcome? Even if they come out quote unquote fine, they still got resentment for a parent. You ain't gonna tell me they don't. You ain't gonna tell me they don't. You ain't gonna tell me they rock with one parent more than they rock with the other parent. You ain't gonna tell me they think lesser of one parent than the other parent. It's human nature. So coming out, quote unquote, coming out fine, that ain't coming out fine. You way left field tonight, my boy. You way left field. And I think, I just got a problem with why don't parents, before you have a child, before a child is born, once somebody is pregnant and the world then becomes about the child. It's no longer about you. So if you're not taking into consideration how these things and each step you take and each action you make gonna affect the child, you need to reevaluate life. 504 War Hero say, I can tell you firsthand, me and my brother talk about our struggles to cope with our situation growing up. Amen. It's all about the child. That's common sense. That's common sense. If you got 3 siblings and all of y'all got 3 different daddies, you're not going to tell me y'all fine. You're not going to tell me you don't have some resentment. You're not going to tell me you don't have some abandonment issue. You're not going to tell me you're going to have some need to be loved. You're not going to tell me these children not going to have these type of problems by growing up with siblings spread all over and parents that's not the same. Here's the kid say, you just speaking on the situation of the few, not the majority of the world. What do you mean? Bill said, how you keep figuring that's the few? Right. I don't know where he getting this from. We all know single parent households. That's not a few. What do you mean? Just think about your life in general. How many people that you know on a day-to-day basis with multiple children, how many of them have the same child by the same person? We don't need statistics for that. Your eyeballs could tell you that. How many girls you know in high school who was pregnant in high school? And now they done got older and they had another baby. And then they done got married and had a baby with that man. We know that. We don't need statistics for this. Let's not be asinine here. We don't need statistics for that. We can see it every day. Houston kids say most households have the same parents do. I don't know, my boy. I don't know about most households. But that ain't the topic. We talking about people who creating broken households. See how I say stay on target? You keep talking about who I'm talking about and the lesson. That's who we talking about. We ain't talking about the other people. We talking about the people who create broken households. So households that have the same parents ain't on topic. That ain't what we talking about. See how Snoop be knowing? See how Snoop be knowing what you're talking about? Tonight's conversation, tonight's topic, episode 27, we talking about men who purposely create broken homes. That's the topic tonight. We gonna stay on topic. Houston Kid said, you said men. That includes them all. I don't know what you're talking about tonight, my boy. I don't know what you're talking about. I said men. Yeah, men who purposely create broken homes. That's the name of the topic tonight. You ain't specified just men who only make broken households. Is he high? The topic is men who purposely create broken households. What is he talking about? Did I not say that 1,000 times, y'all? Episode 27. Tonight we talking about men who purposely create broken households. That's what we talking about. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. That's what we talking about. Nay Baby just joined the chat on Instagram. What up to everybody on Facebook? Ashley Allen, Andre, Jelly. Y'all hit that like button for me. Everybody on Instagram, y'all hit that like button for your boy. Episode 27, Snoopy Norm. Are men purposely creating broken homes? And the answer is yes. And I've been going back and forth with Houston Kid on here tonight. I don't know what's wrong with him. He must be drunk or high or something. Houston Kid said, this is your topic. You said, are men creating broken households? Not why are the men who are creating. Man, I'm gonna just let him have it tonight. I don't know. He definitely drunk. The topic is, are men purposely creating broken households? I don't know what other way to say it to the young brother. And the answer is yes. Nate Baby said, control your baby better. Nate Baby said he feels personally attacked. He must, you know what? He must do. Because he ain't making a lick of sense. I don't know what he talking about. And now he personalized this. Now it makes sense. You right. Because I'm like, what is he talking about? People in the chat like, what is he talking about? You right. And hey, it ain't just affecting him. It's everybody else. There's plenty of people in this same situation. But if you in the situation, you got to understand the situation. Just because you in the situation don't mean turn a blind eye to it or act like it ain't what it is. You got to admit and then work towards rectifying it or making it the best situation that it is. So if you have created a broken home, okay, I fucked up, I messed up, woo-doo-woo. Now I got to figure out the best way I can make this work. Not for me, for the child. I don't want my child growing up feeling like I didn't love them as much as I love another child that I have in another household or another child I have in another. I don't want my child growing up thinking they mama just wasn't smart, was a dummy out here and allowing bum niggas to get her pregnant. I want to try to show my child that it was a dynamic between me and their mama. Here's a kid say, see, you literally keep saying it. You speaking for all the men. The men ain't doing it. Some are not every man. I don't know what homie talking about. Nate Baby said, we can't make a baby on our own. If you haven't had the discussion with the women beforehand, you shouldn't be putting batter in them. That's right. And that's a past episode. You gotta be better with your baby batter. You gotta be better with your baby batter. I didn't have no babies until I got married. I got married at how old I was? 30, 32. When I finally got married and had a baby, it wasn't for me. I didn't do that for me. I did it because I didn't want to have a child. I didn't want to have a baby mama. I didn't want to have a baby growing up, fucked up, because of something I did. Stupid. It's that simple. I don't know why so many of these men, not that Nate has thrown this out here, but Houston Kid, you sounding just like Cam Newton and Nick Cannon in them conversations. What's the problem with just saying, you right? That is a creating of a broken home. Maybe I didn't look at it like that before. Maybe I didn't want to hear that, but yeah, that's what it is. Okay, Houston Kid sent a request. He on one tonight. And that's what I'm saying. This is not just one person. We see this all the time. We know dudes with multiple baby mamas. We know girls with multiple baby daddies. And we think it's cool because we done just grew up and we just been knowing that for all our life. And that's what we know. But we ain't thinking about how the kid feel about it. We ain't thinking how this affect the child. He was a kid. You live on the mic. Hold on. Stop. You say not all of the households are broken homes. We talking about. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. We talking about broken homes, and we talking about are men purposely creating them.
But if you want to specifically talk about the men who are doing it, you can say that. But to generalize all the men,
we generalizing all the men. We generalizing all the men.
What's the topic?
Are men purposely creating broken homes?
And they not all doing it. Some of them are. That's like saying why are black people ghetto? You would say not all black people are.
No. Stop. What? No. The topic. You trying to. War Hero said you got him confused. He got me confused too. The topic is, are men purposely creating broken homes? So that insinuates the people who are making broken homes, are they purposely doing it? This is not about every man. Of course, every man in the world some men get married and have children. What are you talking about? That's way off base. What are you talking about?
But that's not most men. This is what I'm trying.
We're not talking about most men. We're not talking about. Hold on. We're not talking about most men. We simply talking about men purposely creating broken homes. We didn't say.
Some of them are, but that ain't the majority.
What do you mean the majority?
But you speaking of men like as if all the men are doing it.
I didn't say all. Did I say are all men creating broken homes? Are men creating broken homes, purposely creating broken homes? That's the ones who are making broken homes. Are they purposely doing it? Do I need to put this in the GED format for you? Are men who are making broken homes, are they purposely making the broken homes?
It's more specific to the individual people who doing it.
It's already specific. You the only one who ain't seeing that it's specific. Nobody else ain't confused by this. You the only one that's confused by the topic. Are men purposely creating broken homes? We are talking about men who create children in house to house to house. Are they purposely creating broken homes? I don't know why you keep trying to lump in every man in the world.
That's what you were doing.
Man, you drunk. So, are men creating broken homes since I got you here?
Obviously. You just saw Cam Newton talk about it.
All right then. So what are you debating? What's the debate?
Well, we knew that already.
Man, get out of here. Get off my line.
Some people do.
Man, get off my line. I'm getting you out of here. I'm getting you out of here. What are you talking about? I don't even know how to hang this nigga up. Hang me up. Get out of here. What is he talking about? The topic is, are men purposely creating broken homes? Cam Newton don't think he creating a broken home. Nick Cannon don't think he creating a broken home. And it seems as though you was on the lines with them thinking that they not creating broken homes. Okay,
Why is broke people concerned about what the rich people doing?
but they're not. Just because they rich don't mean.
Their motives is different. Their motives is I'm rich, I can do this.
Okay, but it's people who not rich who doing it too, who still think they could do it for the same premise of I still take care of my kids. It's the same premise. They just not rich. It's regular people who doing it and saying I take care of my kids do, thinking that make it okay.
But and like my initial comment, I said they didn't go into it saying, "Oh, I'm finna just create a whole bunch of kids off the rip. My plan is off the rip. I'm finna go create 8 kids." That ain't what they was doing off the rip.
My brother, there's no way you accidentally make 4 babies by 3 different women. It's on purpose.
Off the rip, that's what they was gonna do.
Bruh, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. What do you? I'm not understanding why you think is it an accident? Hold on, is it? Hold on, is it an accident?
No, it's not accidental.
All right, it's not accidental. If it's not accidental, hold on, my brother. If it's not accidental, then what's the opposite? What's the opposite? What's the opposite of accident?
That don't mean it was with intent.
If you put your dick in a woman with no rubber, you know what you are potentially doing. You are purposely doing it. You're purposely doing it. You are purposely going with the move that can get her pregnant. When you can purposely go with the move that is not going to get her pregnant. You could purposely, I don't want to get her pregnant, so I'm going to purposely not get her pregnant. And that will be, I'm going to put a rub on. I purposely did that because I know I'm not going to get her pregnant. If you do the opposite, you are purposely rolling the dice. So yes, if she get pregnant, that wasn't an accident. That didn't just happen. You did that on purpose.
Just because you did something don't mean you was trying to do it with the intent. If you at the casino and you bet on fucking
Let me explain something. First of all, let me read the comments. Nigga with the dreads say it is on purpose if you fuck raw and nut and know you already have 4 kids and about to make 5. Right. Okay, but listen. The same thing, my brother. Listen to what I'm saying. If you go rob a bank and you kill somebody in the process of robbing a bank, you didn't quote unquote mean to, you didn't quote unquote set out to do that. The judge and the jury don't hear that because you purposely taking part in an act where this was possible. So it was it's on purpose. You purposely set the wheel in motion for this to happen. It can only happen by you doing this.
You pull the trigger, obviously that's on purpose. If you pulled the trigger and shot somebody, obviously
but in your
shoot them in the foot and they happen to die, you wasn't trying to kill them.
Man, you shot him.
You tried to kill them.
You shot him. You can't do something with a possibility and then think that it's not on purpose. You can't do something intentionally with a possibility and say that it's not on purpose. It is on purpose. You purposely did it.
If I punch somebody and they happen to fall and hit their head on the curb and then they die, I didn't intend on killing them.
You intended to hurt him. You purposely was trying to hurt him.
Yeah, to hurt them.
You don't, but you put you set the wheel in motion. Is no longer once you busting a chick, once you let that loose, you don't know what it's gonna do. You've set the wheel in motion. Exactly. Nika said, but you shot. You set the wheel in motion. You are no longer in control after that. Once you shoot, once you throw that punch, once you bust off in a chick, you have taken the control out of your hands, and now what will be will be. And you purposely did that.
Right, but every action don't mean you intended on the final outcome of it is what I'm telling you.
Bro, your intent,
You do
purposely doing purposely doing something and your intent don't always line up. That might have not been your intent. I will go along. I will concede to you. I'll concede to you on that might not be your quote unquote intent, but you purposely set the ball in motion to get this girl pregnant.
That's all I'm saying. Like I said, niggas roll the dice, like you said too. Sometimes you crap out, sometimes you don't. But your intent don't always be, oh, in my mind, before I even got ready to hit the chick, I already know I'ma get her pregnant, and then I don't want to be with her. That's not always the case.
That's the case. It's the case, and you keep deviating from what we talking about. We talking about men who've already created these situations. We talking about men who've already had.
You said, is it on purpose?
And it is.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not on purpose.
How is it not on purpose? Tell me how is it?
Take place. Yes. And honestly, if you done made the same mistake multiple times, at this point, I'm starting to think, yeah, you're doing it on purpose. However, niggas who done did it one time, some niggas that had one kid, didn't want to be with the girl. All right, now they move on, get with somebody else, it work out. Some niggas end up getting married, have a kid, it don't work out with the mom. They get married, it don't work out, they get divorced. Now it's another broken home.
Okay, but the regardless of the scenario, regardless of your intent, the person's intent, not necessarily saying you still have created a broken home. And you purposely did it because you bust off in this girl knowing she could get pregnant. That's all. I don't know how else to say it to you. When you roll the dice and you put all your money on the line, you know you could crap out. You could walk away. Hold on. You could walk away from the game. You don't have to roll the dice. You don't have to roll the dice because you know you can crap out. But once you decide to roll the dice, you purposely made the decision to live with the to live with the choice of or the outcome of you crapping out. You purposely set out to say, I could crap out and I'm gonna live with it. That's the same way with getting a chick pregnant. You purposely decide to bust in her and say, I'm gonna live with the outcome of her getting pregnant.
You could crap out with them on birth control. You could get a vasectomy and still end up getting somebody pregnant.
You throwing in a lot of scenarios, my boy. You throwing in a lot of scenarios. That dude Crawford said, hold on. That dude Crawford said your intent may not be your ideal emotion, but the fact you created emotion, you still acting on purpose. And I can't tell you no better than that, my boy. You the only one not getting this. Your intent may not be your ideal emotion, but the fact you created emotion, you still acting on purpose. It wasn't a mistake. You didn't fall off in this girl. The rubber didn't slip off. You purposely did this. You focusing. You trying to throw every monkey wrench in the topic you can. The answer is.
Look. The topic is that you're doing it on purpose. I'm telling you, niggas ain't always doing it on purpose. Yes, there is many niggas who are clearly doing it on purpose. Nick Cannon.
But they don't think they're doing it on purpose. They don't think they doing it on purpose. They don't think they creating a broken home.
I get that they don't think that. However, clearly they are. Same way with all other the baby. Same way with them too. Niggas just out there still doing it. I understand that. I'm not saying that what they doing is not creating broken homes. I agree with you. They creating broken homes. They're purposely creating broken homes. They're purposely getting with a chick saying, I'm going to get you pregnant and everything simply because I want to have babies with your features.
But you think just because, but you think because somebody get with a chick and they don't say, hey, I'm going to get you pregnant and I don't want to be with you, but they still end up having a baby, you think that's not on purpose. That's your stance. That's still on. That's still on purpose. Anytime you listen, fellas. Listen, fellas. Anytime you going that thing raw, anytime you bust, whether she on birth control or not, I don't trust no birth control. If she on birth control and you busting off in it, you still got to know the possibility is there for her to be pregnant and for you to be a daddy and for your child to be in a broken household. You got to know that. It's on purpose. You have to make the conscious decision. It's on purpose. I don't know it's on purpose.
There's possibilities with everything. That don't mean your intent.
Man, this brother in denial, man. This brother this brother in denial, man. Let me get you up off here.
That's the topic of the show.
Man, let me get you off here. Yo, I had to let him go. I don't know what else to tell her, brother. Shell Amber said, I got pregnant on birth control twice. Having raw sex implies you understand the possibility of it happening. And you did it on purpose. There's no way around that, fellas. There's no way around that. If you having raw sex, if you busting in a chick, you know you could get her pregnant, whether she on birth control or not. You rolling the dice, and if she get pregnant, don't say you ain't mean to get her pregnant. Yes, you did. You did mean to get her pregnant. You just hope she didn't. You did mean to get her pregnant. You did mean to. And you got to acknowledge now that if you don't want to be with this girl and you're going to go marry somebody else or you're going to have another baby and you're going to go have another baby, you got to acknowledge you creating a broken home. You got to creating a broken child. You creating a traumatic experience for a child. And if that's the case, and like my man just who was on here, Houston Kid, if you've done that one time, you need to acknowledge that and you need to be proactive in trying to rectify that, to make that child feel as special as possible, to feel as included as possible, to feel as loved as possible. You need to be tapped in with that child on a daily basis, not on a weekend, not on your visitation. You need to be tapped in with that child every day, because that's what children need. They don't need weekend parents. They need a parent that every day, every minute. People who live with their parents, people who live with their kids and have kids, you know how often their kids come to them for advice or questions or, just encouragement. You know how many times you got to tell a child not to do that? Don't do that. Get down. You're going to hurt yourself. Don't do that. If you do this, you got to tell a child that every day. If you ain't there but on 2 days out the week, you ain't doing your job. And when that child get old enough to understand that, they going to feel that. And that's going to lead to some personality traits. The Ori Perez, is that what it says? Or Theory Perez? Not too much now. I'm not sure what she commented. I'm not sure what I said. But welcome to the show, everybody. If you just got on here, episode 27 of Snoopy Knowing, are men purposely creating broken homes? This is on the piggyback of the Cam Newton, Nick Cannon sit down where they didn't think they was creating broken homes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes, you are creating a broken home. If you got one baby mama, two baby mamas, three baby mamas, you creating broken homes for those children. 504 Wall Hero said, yes, sir, because I know I'm fucked up, brother. People who grew up with two parents in the household still have, certain feelings, certain traumatic experience. So you can only imagine if you grew up with one parent. And then that other parent went started a household, got a nice big house while you still living in the hood. How you think that make them feel? Camille Marie said, I don't think purposely, but Nick, absolutely. Wait, what you don't think men doing it on purpose? You don't think men having 3, 4, 5 different babies and creating these broken homes on purpose? You think that's an accident? You think that's an accident? It ain't no accident. She said, but Nick, absolutely. Nick, Cam, all of them. They all doing it on purpose. Shawty said a lot of people do it on purpose. It's all purpose. You doing it on purpose and hoping not to get the outcome. You run a chicken busting it on purpose and hoping she don't get pregnant. Shawty said wear condoms or don't raw dog, period. That's it. That's the only way that it's not on purpose. That's when it's not on purpose. When it's not on purpose, you got a condom on. When it's not on purpose, you're not busting inside of her. That's when it's not on purpose. Otherwise, it's absolutely on purpose. Houston Kid took up a majority of my time on this episode tonight, but I'm going to get ready to get out of here. But in closing, I just want to say it is on purpose, fellas. It is broken homes. Money does not make you a parent. Just because you say you take care of your multiple kids by multiple women and you think that's okay, it's not. Kids need structure. Kids need constant love. Kids need constant attention. Kids need you there every day. Kids need you there every day. Your money don't have nothing. Your kid don't know how much money you got. Your kids don't know who bought shoes, what kind of shoes. They don't know that. They know if you show up. They know if you there. They know if you love their mama. That dude Crawford said, it may not be our intent, but we still purposely do it. Us as men and women need to take accountability. I agree. I agree, my boy. And that's the comment of the night. Houston Kid, you out of there with your comment. That dude Crawford, comment of the night. He said, and then we're going to get on out of here today, y'all. It may not be our intent, but we still purposely do it. Us as men and women need to take accountability. If you creating a household or houses with multiple kids, you got 4 kids, 3 baby mamas, them kids, you fucking their lives up. If you got 2, 3 baby mamas and you not actively trying to correct that situation, you fucking their lives up. You creating broken homes on purpose, my nigga. This has been episode 27 of Snoopy Knowing. We'll upload to YouTube tonight or tomorrow. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. The link in the bio on Instagram, y'all. The YouTube link is in the bio on Instagram. If you missed the live, you can always double back on Instagram. I leave the live up on Instagram. You can always catch it on YouTube. I always leave the live up on Instagram for maybe a week, and then I take it down. But all the videos, all the episodes are on the YouTube. You could tap in, you could comment. Make sure you subscribe to that. And we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Good night.